Hey everyone, Celsi here, and today we are playing a game called Missing. So I believe this is a game about the character we play, our friend, has gone missing, and we're trying to find out what happened to them. So let's see our friend. Can we read that right there? We can kind of see it. Anyways, hey, what are you laughing at? I added your Polaroid to my notebook. Ugh, I don't look so good in that photo though. No, look! It's like you're preserved here in my notes forever. Isn't that cool? That's a creepy way to think about it. But they do say, picture steals a piece of your soul. I guess. That's a nice thought. Right? I hope we can look back on this summer in the years to come and reminisce over the good old days. I hope we stay friends forever. Ugh. Your friend has been missing for over a week now. Is there supposed to be sound to this? I guess not. The local police weren't getting anywhere with their search. It's a small town, and missing people cases like this are rare and far between. You guess that the lack of progress made in the investigations were due to the fact that they were ill equipped to handle something like this. Alright. Or maybe they were just incompetent. So you decide to take matters in your own hands, which I don't think you should ever do. No matter how frustrating it is that your friend cannot be found. You've had your suspicions. In fact, you'd been suspicious of him for a while. It wasn't based on anything concrete. He's well liked in the community and seems to be a normal guy. It was just an uncomfortable gut feeling. That startled me so much because it was so quiet for so long and suddenly there's sound. And so you find yourself outside a small house on the outskirts of town. You look down into your notebook. The plan was to enter his home under the guise of an official investigation. Okay. So were they gonna print out like a picture of the police badge and show up to the door like, hey, let me in? You'd have to impersonate a detective, which might get you in trouble if discovered. But if all goes well, you'd be able to collect evidence. The evidence you'd need to find out what happened to your friend. Or maybe you're wrong. Maybe he's innocent, and you're blowing things out of proportion, all because of a gut feeling. Sometimes gut feelings are right. You look back at the house. It's a simple one-story building, and it looks quite homely. There are plants and other trinkets decorating the patio, and the lawn is neatly kept. You feel a small pang of guilt for intruding on such a peaceful-looking home, but that feeling slowly morphs into a sensation of fear. There's a chill running down your spine as you approach the front door. You stand outside, shifting from one foot to another. This is it. Should you continue? It's not too late to back out now. We are going for our friend. You were nervous, yes, but you are also determined to seek out any clues that may help you find your friend. You quickly soothe out the creases in your dress, making yourself look presentable. With renewed resolve, you knock on the door. Hello? Anyone home? There's a small shuffling noise coming from within. One moment. You hear footsteps approaching. The door creaks open, and a friendly face steps out in front to greet you. You've seen him around town a few times, but this strikingly unusual appearance always seems to surprise you. Can I help you? His sudden question knocks you out of your stupor. Oh, yes. You pull out the fake badge with a fake identity from your pocket. It's not like a literal like piece of paper cut out that they're gonna show, is it? Um, I'm Detective Quinn with the Border Springs Police Department. You're Crow, correct? I don't think he's buying it one bit. Crow glances at your hastily made badge. For a moment, you're worried he's caught on to you, but then he gives you an affirmative smile. That's me. Nope, he already knows. I guarantee he already knows. He's just playing along, because we're gonna get kidnapped in the end. I'm calling it. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Pertinent? I don't know how you say that word. To an ongoing missing persons investigations. Do you mind if I come in? Perfect, just as you rehearsed. He eyes you for a moment. A missing persons investigation? You nod. Your palms are beginning to feel sweaty from all the nerves. He stares at you, thoughtfully for a moment. Then he smiles again. I don't know if I trust him. What's that? What's his hair color? Is that like a white? Kind of looks a little pinkish. If I know my animes, you don't trust any character with like white or pinkish hair. They're always the crazy ones. Always. No ifs, ands, or buts. And then, especially he has red eyes. Kind of sus, you know? Sure thing, detective. Come on in. Crow motions you to enter, and you eagerly do so. As you step inside, he closes the door behind you, and then we died. See? I don't trust his face. Not at all. Before you can have any time for yourself to look around the place, you're quickly ushered towards the guest area. Sorry for my appearance, detective. I'd just gotten home from work, so I haven't gotten to change yet. He motions towards his outfit, the standard uniform issued to the crew members at the local train station. I'll brew up some tea for you. Do you have any preferences? No, anything is fine. Think so? Alright, I'll be back momentarily. Make yourself comfortable. You take a seat down at the table, eyes trailing after Crow as he leaves the room. This could be a good opportunity to look around. Do we snoop or do we wait? Decisions. Let's snoop. Eager to take advantage of his absence, you quickly leave your seat and head towards the hallway. It's a surprisingly long hallway. The place definitely looks smaller from the outside. The lights are all off, save for a yellow glow coming from the last room. I think I said room, but I accidentally pushed the button. You nervously turn the doorknob of said room and peeked inside. Just a closet? God damn, that's a huge closet. Rows of clothing are neatly hung on the closet rod. Everything is meticulously arranged by color. Blue, white, black. I don't trust people who are this neat. If you're this neat, you either work in, I don't know, clothing retail, and it's been bashed into your head of the certain, like, way you're supposed to do things, or, you're a psychopath. You walk deeper inside into the wardrobe, a little surprised that people actually have rooms of this size dedicated to clothing. I don't think I'd be able to. Like, if I had a closet like this huge, it would probably be for my costumes, not for like my regular clothes. And that's when you noticed it. Uh-oh. Inconspicuously placed on the table full of gloves, a blood-stained pair lay out in the open. You shakily step closer to get a better look, reaching out to pick up the piece of evidence you needed. Of course. I came to grab a new pair of gloves, but I didn't expect you to have beat me to it. You nearly jumped out of your skin at the sudden noise. Sheepishly, you turned to face Crow, who was leaning against the doorway. Upon your repositioning, he notices the specific article of clothing you were trying to grab. Ah, that. He smiles. I was field dressing a rabbit the other day. And don't worry, I've got a license. It was understandable. Many residents of Border Springs participated in the hunting of wild game during the season. But despite that, you still felt chills going down your spine. Now, I am a little uncomfortable with a young lady such as yourself going through my clothes. How about we call it a day here? I do have some matters to attend to. Like what? What matters? You nod meekly, embarrassed that he'd caught you at such a bad time, and you are swiftly escorted out of his home. Ending 2 empty-handed. Damn. So our friend is still missing. I will be right back. Because obviously we didn't get anywhere. Okay. This time we're gonna wait. You decided to play it safe and wait for a while, reviewing old notes. You pulled out your notebook and pen from inside your pocket and flipped through the pages. Ah, there he was. Crow. You couldn't find much information about him. You weren't even able to find his last name. He has virtually no social media presence, nor any close friends who do. He seems to be the easygoing type, but keeps to himself most of the time. You rub at your eye in frustration. You spent the last week trailing him in secret, but that was the extent of what you found. He lived such a painfully normal and boring life that you almost felt bad for the guy. Why? Don't feel bad for him. What if it's what he likes? But despite all that, your instincts were telling you that he was dangerous. It's his hair color and his eye color. I bet you anything. That's why you're here now. Your train of thought is broken as you hear the sound of running water going off into the kitchen. We'll stay in our seat. Unable to muster up the courage to leave your seat, you stay put in your spot, fingers nervously tapping the edge of the table. The whistling of the kettle goes off in the kitchen, and you can hear clatters of cups and utensils as Crow prepares the tea. After a few more minutes, he returns with the silver tray in hand. He gently sets down a piping hot cup in front of you. Sugar? I'll pass. He sits down across from you. He doesn't touch his tea. So, what did you come to me for? Ask him out? No, we're questioning him. You try to keep up your facade as a detective. Ask him questions about his relationships, his personal life, his schedule and alibi. Of course, you weren't able to pick up on any inconsistencies, and your line of questioning was ineffective and lacks substance. This back and forth goes on for about half an hour before you finally decide to cut your losses and leave. You rise from your seat, tucking away your notebook and pen back into your pocket. Will that be all, Detective Quinn? You sigh and give a small nod, making your way towards the door. Crow trails behind you, seeing you out. There's a feeling of defeat from not having gotten anything worthwhile out of this whole encounter, but you thank him for his time anyways. Glad to have been of help, Detective. You give him a half-hearted nod as you walk across the front lawn. If you ever need more assistance with that investigation of yours, do feel free to come by for tea again sometime. Petunia Flores, uh-oh. Does he know? Was that supposed to be your name? Yeah, it was. You stumbled mid-step. You never told him your real name. You turned back to face him, but he was already gone. Damn. He knew already. Okay, I'm gonna go back in again. So maybe we are supposed to be getting up once we, I guess, hear the water? Okay. Let's check out the house. Now that it sounded like he was preoccupied with whatever was going on in the kitchen, you decided to take this time to explore the rest of the house. I feel like this goes back to where it's going to be, right? Dark hallway, all the lights are off. So you had quite a bit of trouble navigating from room to room. What? No, this is different, huh? Oh no. Kinda. One by one down the hall, you peeked into each room. A restroom, a storage, a bedroom, and finally a closet. No, this is the same one. Because we're gonna find the bloody gloves, aren't we? As you're about to leave, you slip briefly on the rug. Oh, no, this is different. Shoot. You quickly move to readjust the displaced floor covering, but you notice something peculiar as you do. Uh-oh. Oh. Hello? Did the game freeze on me? I think the game froze on me. Hold on. I will be right back. Okay, there we go. It was frozen for a moment. A trap door hidden underneath. You feel your heartbeat quicken. Cautiously, you lift up the heavy door and peer inside. Complete darkness. You take a step down. And then another. I feel like this is how we're gonna get locked in there. Until you reach the end. By now, your eyes have adjusted to the dim setting. There's a strange smell down here. Does it smell like death? You cover your mouth to mask the odor, but it permits through the air regardless. And then you see it. Oh no. Yeah, that's concerning, all right. A wall strewn with pictures of them. Your missing friend. Red ink is scribbled all over every photograph, proclamations of their love towards them, and threats of violence towards anyone else who dared to interfere. You back up a little at the sight. Oh, this is how we die down here. 100%. We are not the person that they're interested in, so the fact that we saw this, we're gone. And you're making so much noise. You froze. That wasn't you. It came from behind. Yeah, we're dead. Ah, now you've done it. Of course. I was going to let you go, you know. Detective Quinn. Or should I say, Petunia Flores. I thought that humoring your little game of detective might satisfy your troublesome sixth sense of yours. But I can't believe you managed to sniff this place out. A shame. Really a shame. Out of all the inconveniences in my way, you were still tolerable to some extent. Oh god. He pulls out a needle with a murky substance inside. I do hope you don't take this personally. I was gonna let you go, really. Promise. But the circumstances have changed. And well, I can't have you get in the way of my love. Ending 5, Missing. Have you seen this girl? Oh boy. We went missing now. Is there anything else I haven't done? Yeah, there's the asking him out on the date. I'm pretty sure that gets you an ending, and then there's like, I guess, not actually entering the house. So to the fact that he said he was gonna, I mean, obviously we saw through the other endings that he was gonna let us go, regardless. We were one of the friends that he was okay with, kinda, but not really. But what did he do to the friend? Cause she's still missing. Does he have them locked down there? Or something? I don't know. They probably have him locked, like, somewhere else entirely. I don't know. Because we never actually saw them down here. Or down in his little shrine cellar. His murder den. Probably where he took all the other friends and murdered them because they said about the smell. But that's all I have for you today. I believe there are 2 more endings. It's probably the asking out, and then if you don't ever want to enter the house in general. But you can go see how it is for yourself. I'll leave it down below. Check it out if you want to. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!